अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मैं हिना इजाज। वेलकम टू पाकिस्तान। इस प्रोग्राम में जैसे कि आपको पता है जो लोग पाकिस्तान आते हैं या जो एक्सपैट्स पाकिस्तान में रह रहे हैं उनसे बातचीत होती है। टुडे आई हैव two of the most exciting guests I'd say so far that I've interviewed. And you know why? Because they're skydivers. They just arrived in Pakistan a couple of days ago and they're here for a specific project. It's called Skydive Project. It shall actually create some iconic moments that we shall never forget. They'll be so full of excitement and adventure. So what is it exactly about? We shall find out from Fred and Vincent, who are here on the show. They're from France. They've been all over the world. I asked them right before we started the show that where all have you been around the world, and pretty much they covered the globe. So I shall also call them global citizens. Hi Fred. Hi Vincent.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us. I hear you're here on this very, very exciting project, which I would also like to come and personally see for myself because it involves skydiving. What exactly is the project about, if you were to explain to our audience?
Well, basically the project is to bring the latest skydiving techniques that we are training all the time during our activities through the year, and to bring it to Pakistan and to show what we can do in the sky in terms of free fall with wingsuits or without wingsuits. You know, the wingsuit is this squirrel suit that you put and allows you to glide in the sky. So that's what we do.
Right. I would like to also find out, how do you find the people of Pakistan? I understand it's just been a couple of days, but however, with the limited interaction that you've had so far, what's your opinion about Pakistanis? But before that, I'm going to show you a report that we've prepared on their country, France. Let's take a look at it. Well, that was the gorgeous, gorgeous France. One feels like going there once again. Well, bonjour, bonjour.
Bonjour.
So let me come into your element right now. So you belong to one of the most greatest places in the world, I'd say that. The most beautiful. When it comes to art, history, culture, everything, you find it there. The greatest museums, in fact, indeed. And paintings, let's not forget that. So Pakistan is a very different country from France, given its history, its background, everything. Now, the moment that you arrived here and when you met Pakistanis here, what was your first impression?
Well, first we were looking forward to come to Pakistan because it's a new place that we get to discover. We've never been here before, so for us it's great. And I would say that firstly we were just happy about the people in general that were really nice to us. So far, it's been a beautiful trip, and we've just been here for a couple of days, but we are looking forward to discover new places.
Have you been anywhere so far?
Yeah, we've been to yesterday a place to do some skydiving. We already did a few jumps actually.
Of course.
And it was nice. It was nice. We will go to a couple of different places before we leave.
You will, of course. And Vincent, what about you? When you met Pakistanis, what was your first impression like?
My first impression was the smile of the people. I really liked the energy of the people, and we met some nice people. They helping us a lot. They gave us a lot of good food.
You did have
yes,
some good
I
food.
really love the food.
What did it look like, if you were to describe at least?
I don't know, spicy.
Spicy. And did you enjoy that?
Yes. Not too much, just a little bit spicy. It's nice.
Right. So I want to understand, Fred and Vincent, from both of you, that how did you get into skydiving? It's a very challenging job. It's something, it's adventure. Not everybody can handle that, but you surely do. How did you guys do that? Yes.
Well, I was born in a skydiving family. Like both my parents were skydivers. So
really?
That's
wow.
how I got to discover the sport. So I really got just lucky. I didn't have to do anything. I was there looking at my parents jumping when I was a kid. And I guess I got to do a jump with my dad at the age of 10. And I loved it, and I wanted to keep going.
Was there any pressure from the family that you got to get into this, or you did this on your own?
No, my parents, they were not pushing me. They were just waiting for me to ask. And I wanted to do it, so they let me do it.
Mm-hmm. What's the first fear that comes to mind? Obviously, it's heights when you're talking about skydiving. Because you see, I on a personal level am a little scared of skydiving, but I'm definitely going to visit you guys at this project and would like to learn a few techniques. Why not? I've got the best in the world over here right now, so I'm going to make the best of it. It's an opportunity, so I'm definitely availing it. So you see, I have the fear of heights. How do you tackle people like myself at skydiving?
But from a plane, you don't really have this sensation of fear of the height, because you're so far away from the ground. You don't realize you're far away, and you have time to, in free fall, to do your things. So it's not like if you are on a bridge or on a cliff. It's really different.
So the plane and a ridge or a cliff would be totally different. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But the plane is a moving object. You know, you're in the sky.
Yes.
I mean, I think about it at times that I'm at the door and I'm standing there. How would I jump from there? I'm moving in the air. So yes, the fear of height would also be relevant to that. Don't you think so, Fred?
No, because that's what he says. We know people that are the fear of height when they are, like, for example, on top of a building or like a balcony or something. But as soon as you are disconnected from the ground and you are flying in a plane, it's totally different. And I know people that have fear of height and still skydive. So, and also for the first jump, you might be attached to an instructor, and he's gonna push you anyway. So you don't.
So you actually get pushed.
You don't have to jump. He's gonna take care of it.
Right. So I'm sure a lot of people get an adrenaline rush and they get really happy when they hit the ground, and they have these amazing stories to share about those few seconds in the air. However, there must have been some bad experiences too, where people didn't enjoy the skydiving. Have there been any?
Well, we've been skydiving for a long time, and we see people doing their first jump, like a first tandem jump, almost every day. And I have to say that 99% of the people really enjoy to do it. I think if you don't enjoy, it's because you are pushed to do it, or maybe you do it because your friends are doing it, or you don't really want to do it. But I think
there's peer pressure.
Yes, but as long as you want to do it, even if you're scared, it's normal to be scared of something that you don't know.
My question is, have there been any bad experiences with clients?
I mean, yes, but I would say, like, driving a car, is something that everybody does, but you can have an accident. You know people that have had car accidents and have bad
people
bad
who
experience.
haven't been happy about skydiving. The minute they did it, they were not happy about it, and they wouldn't want to do it again, because 99% of the people that I've met, they say, yes, we would go and skydive
Yes.
again.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So in your case, because you come across so many people across the world, everywhere, that there must have been some experiences or instances where people must have said, I do not want to try this again.
Yes, you know, but some people do it and maybe they don't want to try it again, but at least they tried. You know,
Yes.
so that's the thing. The most important is to try it, and then you will know if you like it or
But
not.
I'm getting very excited about this on a personal level. I really want to try it. Though I'm so scared, I can't even begin telling you the tale of my fear.
But it's really safe now, skydiving.
Okay,
you know?
tell me the steps. What are the steps? Let's go over the steps.
The steps.
Yeah.
You can start, as he said, you can start with an instructor and do a tandem jump. You know, so you have basically all the equipment is on the back of the instructor,
Right.
and you're just attached to him, and you're just enjoying the free fall without doing nothing. And then you can do like a formation, a course to do to become independent, to become a skydiver, autonomous.
And what are the risks attached to it?
But there is some you're learning all the steps to do it, and you have some procedure, and but it's very safe now. You have 2 parachutes, so if the first one have a like malfunction, which is pretty rare, you can like cut away and open another one.
Oh, so there are 2 parachutes.
Yes, in skydiving.
That's information to me. I didn't know that.
And you even have a little computer in the parachute, like if you feel feeling conscious, or if you
Dizzy.
the parachute will open itself
Oh, wow.
at a certain altitude. So it's
That's pretty safe.
Yeah.
Because this, I think, has been one of my major fears.
I can
What
tell
if I
you-
faint, I pass out?
Exactly.
I can tell you when my parents started skydiving, it was not like this, you know.
I can imagine.
There was no safety systems, you know, the parachutes, they were way
You
deep.
make it, or you don't, then you don't.
It's true.
Right?
It's exactly this. You know, if you pull your handles and you do it the right way, then it's good. You know, otherwise, if you don't do it good, then you might die. So that's a risk that people, you have to take it in consideration. But you also know that if you are clear in your mind and you respect the rules and you do the process,
Yeah.
it's going to be fine.
So when were these things introduced?
Sorry?
The safety measures?
Like, this system of automatic deployment, I think it was during the 90s.
Oh, so
basically.
it's been a while.
Yeah,
Tried
yeah,
and
yeah,
tested.
yeah. There was even some system before in the 80s that started, but was not so precise.
The
but
80s weren't so great
no.
for skydiving. Well, I'm going to take a short break. It's getting more and more fun, the discussion. There's so much more to talk about and learn about skydiving. What Fred and Vincent are here for, I must say, it's a must try. Let's take a short break, and when we return, lots more to discuss.
People doing paragliding and ultralight, hang gliding, skydiving, so all kinds of aerial sports, they are basically working together to make things happen, you know, and to make aerial sports grow in the country of Pakistan.
You learn how to fly your body first, how to fly with your knees, with your legs, with your fists, with your hands, with everything. And then you put the suit and you have agility and you have the freedom to fly.
We're in conversation with Frederic and Vincent. Fred and Vincent. I'm supposed to call you Fred, right?
You are supposed to.
Well, Fred, how was it at Color Kahar, where you went for a day where you were also interacting with the local skydivers community in Pakistan? And you must have realized there are quite a few here. One of them, in fact, you must have met Sajjad Shah. Sajjad Shah is the president for Pakistan Paragliding and Hang Gliding Association. You must have met the gentleman. So how was this experience overall for you?
Yeah, we were lucky to meet these people, and they helped us to do some skydives. We did 5 actually yesterday. 5 in one day with different. We did some free flying, some wingsuiting. We jumped with a flag. We did a lot of different things, helped by these guys. So it was really amazing experience.
And what about you, Fred?
Well, it was just very nice to meet these people. You know, they are like a group of, like a community, actually, people doing paragliding and ultralight, hang gliding, skydiving, so all kinds of aerial sports. They are basically working together to make things happen, you know, and to make aerial sports grow in the country of Pakistan. So they are helping each other, and with the help of the people, of the pilots of ultralight and hang gliders, the skydivers can jump. So they are working together. It's very nice to see, and they helped us yesterday. Very good, so we could do different jumps, like he was saying, and the ambience was really nice, and yeah, we had a great time. We didn't expect to do 5 jumps, and we could do so, so it was a beautiful time.
So have you realized after your trip to Color Kahar yesterday that there's so much potential in Pakistan when it comes to adventure sports? There's a big community that is interested in adventure sports in Pakistan now.
Yeah, exactly. People are starting to make things happen, to you know, like to develop the skydiving in Pakistan, and so it's nice to see that.
Fred and Vincent were at Color Kahar. They also interacted with the local adventure sport community. How was the day like? Let's take a look at it. Wingsuit diving, it's relatively a new term for a layman, a person who does not really understand skydiving much, because skydiving is a term which is pretty common, which everybody pretty much knows about. But when it comes to wingsuit diving, can you explain that?
Yes, the wingsuit is basically like a clothes, like a suit, like with fabric that you fill up. You can go inside the suit, and it will inflate, you know, with the relative wind, with the speed of the wing. It will inflate and create a profile that allows you to glide through the sky. So
it's like gliding through.
Yes, exactly. So instead of falling down in free fall, you can actually glide, and you have the possibility to really to get more close to flying, and you can follow some mountains, or you can like jump.
Are you serious? Can you actually navigate your movements in it?
Yes, you can navigate totally with your movement. The only thing you cannot do is to go back up. You can go back up for just a few seconds.
If you're experienced.
But yes, but you can just by moving the shoulders, moving the body, the legs, and looking with the head, you can really move through the sky, and it's very agile.
It's making all sense now. I've seen some documentaries on that, and I was really thinking that is the man flying without any machines.
Exactly.
Or any support, technical support.
The suits allow you to fly really precisely next to
But that
to
must
trees.
require a lot of experience and practice.
But you learn how to fly your body first, how to fly with your knees, with your legs, with your fists, with your hands, with everything, and then you put the suit and you have agility and you have the freedom to fly with it.
Wow, that's amazing. And like I said, there's a lot of potential for adventure sports now in Pakistan. A lot of people are interested in trying out these new things because when they're traveling, they're doing that. But the good thing is that these local adventure clubs in Pakistan and different companies, what they've set up here, a lot of domestic travelers are contacting them and are indulging in these activities. And therefore, I'm very excited that you both are here. And you've organized this, that you're a part of the skydive project here, and you will be meeting, in fact, more people, I believe, right?
Yes, of course. We are supposed to go to 2 other locations now, and we will be meeting with these people. We actually already met some skydivers from Pakistan when we were training in Dubai, and so we know some people that are training there, and they come here regularly, and even some guys that we met yesterday, they were flying in France, so there is for sure this interaction between the people, and it's good.
Wow, that's amazing, right? So you've met a few Pakistanis before in Dubai.
Yes.
How was that experience?
It was good. Like, I mean, you know, there is quite a good skydiving community there. There is a nice
yes, people flock to
skydiving
Dubai
center.
for skydiving quite a bit.
Yes, and there is people from all over the world that come and train there. So it's very common to meet people from anywhere actually.
Right. So where, when we were in fact off air, we were talking about, like I even mentioned in the introduction of the program, that you've been pretty much everywhere around the world. I threw some names at you of some countries and you were like, yes, I've been there. Yes, I've been there. There's no place left on this planet, I believe, that you haven't been to. Now you're in Pakistan as well. Is there a nation where you haven't been?
Yeah, we still have some dreams to do. Huh? We have still some country where we want to go.
For example?
I can't tell you now, but there is some.
Now, there is a few beautiful places that, like very specific places, like in Venezuela, for example, or in the north of Canada, or in Africa, or like, I mean, there is so many. The world is big, you know. There is so many places. I mean, we've been lucky to be able to travel so much to skydive and to do our flying a bit everywhere, but there is
so
still
your best experience so
there is
far.
still a lot to do.
So your best experience so far was in which country?
Well, it's too hard, you know.
Okay, a few.
A few. Okay.
Yes. Let's start listing it.
Jumping above the highest mountain in Europe, for example, the Mont Blanc, was a beautiful experience. Or jumping above the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Was also amazing. What about you?
Yes, Vincent.
Like that, just jumping in Lebanon, doing the first wingsuit jump with friend in Lebanon. Jumping from the mountain in New Zealand, for example, or on the top of the Great Barrier in New Caledonia, from a volcano in Réunion Island.
A volcano?
An old one, but it's a volcano, yes.
You never know, it would have come alive again. You never know.
No, he's off. It's okay.
You know, aren't these areas off limits for people?
No, you can go there.
You
can go, yes.
Right. But the fun fact is, that Pakistan's northern areas offers you one of the greatest places where you could be in a wingsuit, where you could skydive from. In fact, wingsuits would be more appropriate because different cliffs, different mountains, different hills, different valleys, you could go through them. So I'm sure you've heard about them, right, Fred?
Yes, we've heard. There is one very famous cliff. It's called the Trango Towers. That is a cliff that's been jumped a long time ago by very good alpinism people, because you need some climbing techniques, you know, to get there. So for us, we know Pakistan about the high mountains and the technique, the difficulty to reach the place.
Absolutely.
But for sure, There is so many places to discover. I believe now with the evolution of the wingsuit flying, we can access much more jumps than before. So it would be nice to look out for some new
I
places.
think you've been to Color Kahar so far. But for wingsuit flying, most of our terrain, the northern terrain would be suitable. Is that correct?
Yes.
As per your experience,
That's
technically
correct.
speaking.
Yes, yes. There is a lot of scouting to be done to find new places, but I believe there is a lot of new jumps to discover in Pakistan.
How many days are you going to be in Pakistan this time?
We have just 3 more days, I would say.
3
so
more
it's really short
It's
time.
really short.
But so we won't have time to go to the big
So are you
mountains
intrigued
now.
to come back again?
But we are really looking forward to do it to come back again for that.
Right. So what was the best thing about Pakistan so far for you? Well,
like-
the food was a little spicy, you mentioned.
No, yeah, like I said,
You
food,
liked people, they're full of life. What else?
nature. The nature was, I think, like it's really beautiful, and yeah, food, people, nature, and
It's already
skydiving.
a lot.
Yeah, it's already a lot.
It's already a lot. In just 2 days, that's a lot that you've covered. So have you been to any of the historical sites so far?
No, we haven't had the time. You know, we've been there for 48 hours. We've been skydiving the whole day yesterday. So for the moment, it's been really intense. And we also come from 1 month of training in Dubai. So we've been like jumping a lot. So we took a little time to rest as well. So we still have a lot to discover.
Right, right. So you go to Dubai a lot, right?
Yes, sometimes in the winter it's a good place because it's good weather and a nice facility to skydive.
Right. So the facility, as you mentioned. So again, which is the best facility in the world when it comes to skydiving?
In the world, I would say that France and USA are like 2 really good places to skydive, and Dubai is also a good place in the winter time because in the summertime,
Not in the summertime,
the
no.
summertime is too hot.
Not at
of
all.
course. And then there is a few other countries. I mean, in Europe in general, there is Australia, but yes, some countries are more into skydiving for many years than others, you know. But yeah.
Right, right. These are some fun facts about different countries. Well, we found out that. On that note, we're going to go towards a break, and when we return again, we shall continue our discussion with Fred and Vincent.
Wingsuit flying is a sport that you can do out of a plane or jumping from the mountain.
Almost 10,000
10,000. Wow.
combined.
And you?
Close to 18,000
18,000.
jumps. You want to try the wingsuit?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. It doesn't take so long, huh? You know, like a few training
I don't
jumps.
know why Vincent's laughing. he thinks I can't do it. Welcome back. You're watching Welcome to Pakistan. Guests who we have welcomed today in Pakistan are from France. I'd say one of my favorite places in the world. What a lovely place. Well, so Fred and Vincent hail from France, but they have been around the world. When I say been around the world, they have been around the world. I think there must just be a few countable nations where they have not visited. Well, their job allows them to do so. They are skydivers, and in fact, they specialize in wingsuit flying. Now, wingsuit flying particularly is, correct me if I'm wrong, relatively a new concept, relatively, if you compare it to skydiving. You are allowed, you're given a free hand with the technique you taught how to fly in between mountains, cliffs, or in fact from a height. How do you do that? How do you manage your body movements? That is exactly what they specialize in. I have seen some of that on television. However, now that they're here, I'm sure I may get some free lessons. Is that right, Vincent and Fred?
Yes, of course. You want to try the wingsuit?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. It doesn't take so long, huh? You know, like a few training
I don't know
jumps.
why Vincent's laughing. he thinks I can't do it.
No, because like honestly, you know, now with the evolution of the
Yes,
gear, the equipment,
absolutely.
you have access to easy wingsuits to fly, which means that if you still need to do like 100, a little bit more than 100 skydives, and then you can try a small wingsuit.
Oh, so first 100 skydives.
Yes.
Yeah, first.
So that's not happening in 3 days, guys.
No.
No.
But it can happen in 3 months, you know, like.
So, okay, fine, we'll meet when I'm 100 years old. Right? I think it'll take that much, right? All right, well, that was on a lighter note, but yes, definitely, I shall visit your skydive project. It seems very exciting. So, the Door in the Sky is a project that you have. Fred,
Yes,
that's yours,
Door in the
right?
Sky, it was a project that I did with my teammate in 2017. And the goal was to jump from a mountain and fly into a plane in free fall.
Are you serious?
Yes. So the goal
I
was
thought
like,
you just named it fictitiously like Door in the Sky, but you...
it
flew?
was called Door in the Sky because, okay, we were standing on top of a mountain.
Right.
Then a plane arrived. We jumped from the mountain, we joined with the plane, and we flew inside, and we landed with the plane without opening the parachute.
I'm in shock. I'm in total
I was in shock too.
No, I mean, I'm in shock that you made it. What if you didn't find the door?
Sorry. What? Well, we had some plan Bs. We were training in case you cannot reach the
Yeah,
plane.
so what
Of
do you
course,
do
we
then?
had a parachute on our back. Huh? We had the parachute. So in case you cannot enter the plane, we had enough altitude. If we lose the balance or anything, we had enough altitude to recover and to be able to open the parachute and land safely on the
All
ground.
right, now that gives me comfort that, you know, you had a plan B, because what if you didn't have a plan B, then what?
No, we always have a plan B, plan C. Now we try, you know.
What would be a plan C, by the way?
No, plan C. What I mean is that we are always, when we prepare a project like this, it's not like all in. You know, it's like if something goes wrong, you need to have a plan to make sure that you can land safely. So we always try to manage the risk and to make sure that we are doing it as safe as possible.
Wow. So, Vincent, are you looking for that door in the sky? Do you have any plans for that?
I was looking at it with my eyes like that because
That's
it was.
You didn't need to find the door.
Man, if the opportunity comes, I
Would you
will
like
do
to
it.
try that?
Yes.
So, Fred, why didn't you involve him in that?
It's,
I couldn't resist. I had to ask.
You had to ask. Okay, okay.
Yes.
No, I did it with my other teammate, and yeah, we've just been training together for a long time. It took us about 6 months of preparation to do it, and actually with the window that we had, the very short window that we had with enough altitude and the plane flying at the right spot, we had enough time to enter 2 people. I think 3 would have been.
So, Fred in particular has been a part of a project that is called Door in the Sky. What exactly it is, Fred will be talking about it, but let's take a look at few of its glimpses. Fred, you've been skydiving. You have been doing the wingsuit flying technique. All of this combined for the last 25 years.
That's right.
That's a very, very long time. So
You
would
make
you...
me feel very old now.
No, I'm not making you feel old. I'm just talking
You
about
said
the
it's a
experience.
very, very long time.
Isn't that good? It adds to your experience.
It is
Come
a long
on.
time. It is a long time.
So-
But I don't feel old, so it's okay.
So good. So we trust you then. Then we want to learn things about flying from you, about skydiving, about wingsuit flying, right?
Yes,
That
yes,
makes
yes.
me rely on you more and makes you a more credible person to rely on, right?
Exactly. You know, that's...
See, I've solved the equation. So yeah,
we've, you know, the goal through, I mean, what I've been always looking for is to try to do some new things and to try to improve. So I did a lot of competition, like Vincent, you know, we went through like the French national team, and the goal is basically to get as good as possible, to have a really good personal technique, to be able to imagine new things and to do them as safe as possible. So that's the plan, and to have fun with your friends in the sky, you know.
So is it safe to say that you spend more time in the air than on land?
Well, I don't know, because it's always very, very short time. We've been spending a lot of time in the planes, you know, to climb up, to reach the altitude to jump. But each jump is around maybe 1 minute. So at the end, you don't spend that much time in the air, you know.
So it's like speed of light.
It's very fast. It's very fast.
Right. So Vincent, you have experience of roughly 16 years. Again, a long time. So do you again think, or would it be safe to say that you've spent a lot of time in the air?
Yes, a lot of time in the air and a lot of time for the preparation of the jump and stuff. Yes, this is our life. Huh?
Well, in Fred's case, it was his parents that he was motivated by, and he asked them that he wants to learn skydiving. What about you? How did you get into it?
I went into it pretty late. I was 20 years old, and I was just a friend show up and said, "Oh man, you know you can jump from a plane and become a skydiver." I was like, "Oh, yes." So I tried it and I loved it, and after I just
You just started it as an adventure hobby.
Yeah, I wanted to look, I wanted to see from my own eyes what it would be, and then I really loved it.
And what's your exact number of jumps, if you've counted them so far?
Now I have almost, I have less than Fred. I have almost
Of course, 25 years, 16 years there.
I have almost 10,000.
10,000? Wow.
Combined.
And you?
Close to 18,000
18,000.
jumps.
Okay, I also would like to talk about some of the risk factors, because technically, if I was to put it in layman's terms, it's humans flying, or rather human flying. So a person with a heart condition or any heart condition, a person who is expecting a child, obviously these are the categories who should refrain from this activity. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Right. So we're talking about the different types also, wingsuit flying, there's skydiving. What else is there?
Well, wingsuit flying is a sport that you can do out of a plane or jumping from the mountain. And us, we are coming originally from skydiving, which we did some competitions and some training. And what we do now a lot as well is called base jumping. And
Yes.
base jumping is when you jump from the mountain. So you can jump from the mountain with a wingsuit or without wingsuit. And what we like to do is to mix both, because in skydiving you can do some maneuvers and some flying that you cannot do from the mountain, and vice versa. So what is interesting is to be able to go from one sport to another, like one aerial sport to another, to get more techniques and to improve your flying in general.
So base jumping, as the term states, it's pretty simple. This is your base, you're at a mountain or at a particular height, and you're jumping from there. Now you could be wearing the wingsuit or you could not be wearing the wingsuit. What if you're not wearing the wingsuit? So what are the safety measures taken then from your end?
If you don't wear the wingsuit, you're just gonna fall down.
It's a free fall.
Very quickly, exactly. It's a free fall.
But is there a rope or something attached?
No, because it depends on the height of the jump. You can jump from a building, for example, at 100 meters and still be able to deploy your parachute yourself. You can jump from a mountain, which is 1,000 meters, and be able to free fall about 20 seconds. But if you jump from the same
people do
mountain...
that?
Yes, of course.
We do that.
No, of course you do that.
And a
You're
lot of people do
experts, but are first timers willing to do this, the free fall?
No, it's a long process to go there. You know, you need to have a
Oh,
lot of
right.
skydiving to
Again,
know how to
again,
fly
yeah.
your body, and then when you feel ready, when you feel
Okay,
confident,
you
you
can
can
just
start
not do
to
that
go.
as a first time.
No.
Right.
It's-
Well, we're going to come back to France and Pakistan. We, as per tradition of this show, we pick up pictures from both nations. One from the country where my guests are from, and one, of course, from Pakistan. When we compare these two images, that how similar these two look. So let's take a look at France and Pakistan for today. Right, so Fred and Vincent, I have so many more questions. I mean, I've flooded you with questions about skydiving, base jumping, wingsuit jumping. There's so much that I've also learned on a personal level today, and I'm sure you have learned as my audience today a lot about exactly what are the steps. You just cannot go to a particular thing. You cannot do a particular type of diving before you have done skydiving, because I think that these are baby steps towards going towards the advanced levels of jumping. But these guys here are here in Pakistan for the next couple of days with a project that's called Skydive Project, and where they're also training people into wingsuit flying, which is a relatively newer technique where humans actually fly. Right? So, Fred, Vincent, thank you so much for joining us today. I wish you all the best, and I hope that you do another 100,000 jumps. So, let's hope that you also come to Pakistan again. This time you're here for a very special project, which is called Skydive Project in Pakistan, where they're also interacting with the local adventure community here in Pakistan. You have in fact met a few important people here in regards to this community here. So we as Pakistanis look forward to this adventure sports contribution that you're making here while you're here, and let's hope that you come again. मैं आपसे इजाज़त लूँगी, अगले हफ्ते फिर मुलाकात होगी, and do stay tuned for this special skydive project in Pakistan, where you get to learn about wingsuit flying, which is relatively a new thing, and then obviously how you can basically jump from a plane and all these other techniques. This is why Fred and Vincent are here, and let's hope that they make it back to Pakistan soon. अगले हफ्ते फिर मुलाकात होगी, आप देखते रहिएगा, तब तक के लिए डिस्कवर पाकिस्तान.